The red light's gone off, is that correct?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, you're good. Does it count up there? I like that people for it to light up.
Sorry, it's a bit jumpy.
Dear Spirit, Guardians, Ancestors, multidimensional, interdimensional realm, please dissolve this through all timelines, past, present, and future.
Beautiful.
Let it dissolve with love, compassion, forgiveness. Return it back to it and let it go. Come on. Yeah. And that ring in his name.
You need to get that ring back.
Yeah. It's taking
Just a form of control. We want you to have that, maybe. Then you can.
Wow, why is it not? Wow. It's off now.
Shall I go and get like a piece?
Seriously?
No, because this will go.
Oh yeah, too much shit around here. Alright, it's okay. It'll be all right.
Yeah, well. It's all
dry.
I know, but isn't it funny if you didn't want that lighter to go up?
Yeah, that's not enough. I'm ready right way.
Yeah, you hold this off, get one over as well, double back.
It'll light it from the bottom.
It's not light, I can't stand those bright lights. It's still not.
Maybe if I move them, maybe just get that bit on.
What is happening?
Well, yeah. Spirit.
Okay.
Take it back.
Here we go. Far away.
You go. With love. Thank you for dissolving this with love. So that I may be free myself.
You know, this plasticky stuff doesn't feel very well. It's now, yes, here we go. I can't wait to have fires in here. So I think we're going to need coal or heat beads.
Yeah. Thank you,
Fire.
ancestors. Return this back to spirit.
Yep.
With love, compassion.
Here we go.
Thank you, Spirit. And may he be set free so he can find his true love.
Yeah. I find it's hard first.
Yeah. No bleeding on other people's
Yeah.
feelings.
Maybe you've
That's why we more work to do.
maybe you've enabled him to grow in ways that you're not going to grow, and he will move forward.
I hope
Something's blocking him, maybe. I think it's got something to do with his mum. So if there's control there and she's controlling over him, then you can only imagine that that's going on in his life.
Yeah.
And I'm not making excuses
No.
for him because his behaviour is his behaviour.
Well, the fact that she's there with him now is
There's a telltale sign of control over what's happening
Yeah.
and his mindset. So it's all going to be about you, right?
yeah, and that's why I'm like, I know that there's all conversations about how you know.
No matter, they can have their conversations. You know who you are. You know what happened.
Yeah, and that's when I was giving a great piece of advice because I used to do drum lessons and this gentleman said,
I can see you doing it.
this gentleman said, because I was a bit sad that someone had a bit of a, didn't like me, and it was more just was she talking about me? So I, told him I didn't like it, and he's like, Bob, other people's opinions of you is none of your business. It's a reflection of
I love
themselves,
that.
and it just sucked. I loved it.
And I've been told that for years as well. But sometimes our journey is the journey we've got to walk through to get to the other end. And it's all a learning and it's all an experience, whether it be good, bad, or ugly. Everything is. I mean, for you to be so young and in tune, you've really, got to be proud of yourself, what you've gone through, and where you're at right now. We're always where we need to be, even though sometimes we find that hard.
Yeah.
I'm just getting quite But I'm fine here now. Something happened today, and I just released a lot of stuff. And see, this is good too. We're all on the same journey. Because I said to her, I walked over that door, and you were leaning down with your mother, and just I could tell by the way she was with you, that I just went, wow, who is this chick? And then you just stood up and went, oh, I feel your energy. I was feeling it, and that's a beautiful meeting, isn't it? Far out. So this is cleansing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I think I might grab the necklaces now.
Oh, you've got necklaces in here?
Yeah, it's a yin yang.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will catch it as well.
I don't know if it just sits there and couldn't put holes on it. You know what I mean? It's still going
It's the
to fire.
intention, and she's taken off now.
Yeah. See these bark bits, I thought I'm going to sit down with your thumb and cut them up, because they're good for kindling. But I don't think they're like an open fire.
Oh, it's a tree.
Yeah. But I'm going to clean all these bits up. Like coal will give you the heat without the flame.
Flames, yep.
Yeah, and those heat beads, I don't mind, I'll buy them, I don't care.
Yeah.
And for people to be able to come here and get away from that, especially if they're working here,
Yeah.
we can all learn from each other and we can all
Sit around the
connect.
fire and have yarns.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's gonna be so cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why we're really passionate about getting this space open again and being able to use it without worrying about, because this was just covered in stuff. Crap. Like you said, don't take anything to the dump until I've cleared it. I'm like, mate, it's rubbish.
Wow, look at it going out that sign too.
Yeah.
I will pour water on it before.
It's not windy, and I'll probably come and check it before I go to bed. It'll be out. Yeah. I cleared this out actually only the other day. So I mean, come on. I cleared this out the other day because I thought, shit, somebody could throw a cigarette butt and then the next minute this is up in flames.
Yeah.
That would not be a good scenario.
No.
But see, you can see that, and it's a bit damp in there because in the mornings it's so cool now. It's from the wet to the dry. Did you see that big rain we had a couple of Wednesdays?
Oh my god, it was all red, wasn't it? Oh, bless. It's literally just a coloured one. I'll grab it. Yes, I've been doing I probably would have given up on this lady. I walked past her and she was wearing that energy as well. And I was talking like, I'm sorry, what are you wearing? She's like, it's something where it's like you'll eat yeah, no, there's nothing on you. I can't. You're clear. That's okay. I don't have to get used to it in one night. So in regards to, yeah, anyway. So I'm clearing stuff and I still have his grandmother's ring. And I'm very disturbed by it, I'll be quite honest. And that's what kind of kept me up last night. Like, I just didn't feel right about this whole thing, about him sneaking it into my stuff. I'm almost willing to go to Cashies and like just cash it in, but I know that, like, I don't know, I feel like maybe I deserve to, because he's the one who left, like, he's the one who literally manipulated the situation, put it in my bag, and, you know, I'm scraping the barrel at the moment when it comes to money. I'm waiting to see if I get accepted for a crisis payment, because I needed proof of, like, what was happening, and, like, to give, like, just a bit of, like, I guess context, like, when I got really, really sick and going through my purging, like, I didn't have help, like, at all. Like, there was still an expectation to do dinners and washing, the whole kit and caboodle, and, like, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it anymore. Forgot to mention, with the expectations of, like, you know, housewife duties. So when I was in hospital, you know, he couldn't even fucking bring me pants. Like, it was a fucking, you know, it's a bit ridiculous. Like, he said it's a bit ridiculous that, you know, you want me to bring you some pants in hospital 5 minutes down the road, because, you know, your parent person is cold. It's too much. And just some water, because literally I couldn't keep anything down. Like I said, I had Max IV drip, and they were getting worried at this point because I was still yakking, and they're not allowed to give me any more, and so I was just, like, still vomiting. It was just a horrible time for me, up crying. And then when shift changed, the fucking nurses for a little bit. Yeah, but I get it. You know, they're dealing with a lot of shit. So anyway, I was meant to fucking cook turkey steaks before I left. I just couldn't. I was so exhausted. And the lady at where we stayed at, she took me to the hospital and whatnot. And yeah, when I come back, the fridge fucking reeks, like, stinks. And he reckons that he chucked out the turkey, and, you know, double checked the fridge and make sure it was all clean and stuff. But when he was at work, like, I opened it up because I said, look, like, yeah, I don't even know, I'm so sad. I'm just so disappointed. Like, I let myself get treated that way. Like, he thought he was, like, giving me the world, and I was just like, no, this is chum change. Because, like, yeah, I was still so nauseous, vomiting. Like I said, he wanted me to still cook dinner, so, like, when I was doing meal prep and stuff, I was in between yakking, in between, like, literal, like, I was not in a great state, you know. I still managed to put on my music and try my hardest, and it just seems like whatever I do was just never enough. It's just, like, you know, it was like he was showing me all the love languages, he was doing this and he was doing that, and his, like, I don't like to wear pads that don't, again, I don't care if it's TMI, I don't like wearing pads that have chemicals in them. In Libra, they don't disclose, like, what they're made out of, and I don't really like using them because they give off this weird smell. Anyway, so I prefer the cotton or organic ones. And you know, I said, look, I want to go get me some new pads. And before we left, he went to Costco and bought me, like, these boxes of Libra nighttime pads I don't actually like. Like, I've only been using them because they keep buying them for me, and I was at first like, yeah, just buy it, because, like, I'd lost myself, you know, and I didn't care about, like, that sort of stuff anymore. And, like, I'm coming back into myself. I'm like, no, I want to look after my body. Fuck. So I literally said, like, can I have, like, because I got an allowance, and, like, because my Zenlink was, like, you know, potentially getting cut off, and I spent money, like I said, I took out a loan to pay for his birthday. Got paid just before coming up here, so I was, you know, happy for spending money up on the trip on the way up. So, you know, at Servos, I was the one purchasing food, you know, just because we're a partnership. It's equal give and take, I was assuming. So, you know, I was paying for that, and even when we went, you know, got up there, I was still paying for, like, you know, my own way. I didn't expect him to give me money for medication because I had my payment, and so I went and did that. And, you know, he was getting scholarship money, like, over $5,000, and, like, he also had his Centrelink payment, and then he also has financial support from his entire family, because they're some of them quite well off. His parents are, you know, not regular Joe, but, you know, like, you know, the regular working class, but he does have a couple family members that are quite, you know, well off. So, you know, he's got backups, he's got fucking help, and, like, he was just telling me, so I used to do the shopping for the week, and, you know, sometimes I was so sick all the time, and I was walking around the shops, having to go beeline for the toilet and yak, and then I was just like, after that, my body would feel so tired, so I was like, I'll just go home and finish the shopping tomorrow. So I'd usually, like, be able to do half of it, right, and then I'd have to come home, and, like, just the treatment, like, the subliminal treatment, it was, like, yeah, it was very strange. I didn't realise what was happening at the time, and then, you know, he'd ask, can you transfer the rest of the money back, and then I'd have to, like, we have to get all the receipts and stuff, so I did. You know, he was just like, yeah, good, I'm glad you got the receipts, because I need to keep track of everything. And I was like, okay, yeah, righto, like, whatever. Like, I went shopping basically with my money, because, you know, it wasn't enough. So I spent, like, it doesn't mean I'm not getting any of this fucking extra support, and I was still putting in, like, you know, my 50-50 where I thought. So, you know, like, I asked to get some different pads. It was just like, just use the ones mum gave me. No, I don't. I want to get my ones that, you know, I feel comfortable using, because I don't actually feel comfortable using these ones. You know, I had to ask money for pads, right? I guess, let that sink in. While he could just happily go buy a fucking $400 fucking head torch from BCF and get it delivered to the house. He was contemplating on buying a whole new fucking fishing rod when he's already got two. And here I am asking for fucking money for pads. Like, it was just bizarre. I've never seen this side of him, and it's just like, and yeah, like, with the turkey in the fridge, and, you know, because that was the same day when I come out of hospital, because it went off when I was in hospital, and when I, you know, come out, you know, I was still nauseous, still, because I was emotionally like distraught kind of thing, because I realized it was heartbreak syndrome that I was going through in the hospital when I was doing my qigong and stuff. Anyway, so he interrupts my packing, and he starts crying and like making me feel subconsciously guilty. I don't know if he realizes the purpose he does it, but yeah, making me feel guilty. And I said like, look, that fridge fucking reeks. We need to do it tonight because this isn't our house. That's not our fridge. And if it was, you could leave it any way you want to, but I just, as a respect, I want to clean it. And he was like, well, you can tomorrow while I'm at work. I'm too emotional. And I'm just like, no, you can't. My boundary just, something came out of me too again there. And I was fucking, no, fuck you. You're fucking helping me. He's like, speak to me more nicely. I'm just like, fuck off, cunt. Like, what the actual fuck? No, you're helping me clean the fucking fridge. Like, you let it go off. You had ample time while I was fucking sick and like to fucking throw this shit out and go clean the fridge. So, that was a drama too, because I asked him to help. He didn't do fuck all really. I pulled out all the shit from the fridge. I was the one who wiped it all out. All he did was take the food from the table to the other fridge and then bring it back once I finished. And him bringing it back was like a bit of a like eye roll, because I said maybe we'll let the fridge air out, but there was just not enough room for all of our fridge stuff. So it was just like, once I cleaned it out and used this like lemon organic stuff to clean it out, because you shouldn't use chemicals when you're cleaning a fridge, FYI, if just moving out for the first time, because it can get into the food. So anyway, use this organic shit, wipe the whole fridge down inside and the freezer, because the whole fucking fridge tank, it was fucking disgusting. And yeah, he was like, why are you doing the freezer? The freezer doesn't even stink. I'm like, smell it. And he opened it up and it smelled like, because it's where the fucking fan come through, from the bottom. So, anyway, so yeah, that was a big fucking hassle. And then yeah, just the little things was like asking for his mum's suitcase back. It was like, you couldn't just let me get into this space first, let me unpack my shit, and then give you the suitcase? I'm not gonna fucking steal your mother's fucking suitcase. I could not give a shit at all. None whatsoever. I do not give a fuck. Like, I'm quite brutal when I cut people off and out of my life, especially if they've flipped. And that's another, oh my god, I had a dream that we jumped into this, oh my god, I had a dream. The same night I had a dream where he morphed. No, it was like a couple days after. So before I had the dream about him morphing into all my previous partners, I think that actually might have happened in the sacral and then the root chakra. I had this nightmare where we jumped into this river together, and he had sunk and hit the bottom, and he stayed there for a bit, and I was using everything. I was pulling him out, screaming for help, someone to help us, and someone did help us, and they pulled him out, but he was like not the same afterwards. And that, I think it's me just coming to terms with like, maybe I weren't seeing little things, because the truth hurts sometimes. And I don't know if I've said it, but before coming up here, because he was like, we're so perfect for each other. Like, reflect on it, mate. Before we came here, you fucking punched out the windscreen of your fucking car because you got too heightened for some fucking reason about the I don't know, things about his uni friends and stuff, because he told me a few things about what he used to do with bikini pictures, and I found this fucking file on his phone with all his uni friends in bikini pictures, and I was just like, okay, cool. And like, he would have 4-hour conversations with people, and he would say like, it doesn't mean anything, but this is why we're also going to break up when we were in Northern Territory. And at that time I was so lonely. My mum was drinking again, and like, my stepdad was supporting her, and I was literally taking off at midnight to the bathrooms and sobbing, because he manipulated the situation again, and it became my fault that I reacted in a certain way because of how I thought things were. So when he cheated and all that, he started breaking away from all his girlfriends, like girls, uni friends, whatever. And he didn't tell me that, so I thought his personality for a whole year, he didn't see them, didn't go out to dinners with them, didn't catch up, like, and spend 4-hour phone calls on them, like all this shit. So like, and I thought for a whole year he was just like putting effort into our relationship, and that's who I thought he was. And then after a year, he doesn't tell me this, but he comes to the conclusion that he can't keep doing this to himself and whatnot, but doesn't vocalize it to me, doesn't tell me that, basically, because like, if you want to be friends with people, I don't care, but fucking, you've shown me who I thought you were for a whole year, so I think, you've got discernment, or like, whatever. And like, come to find out, when I was, in Northern Territory, things just started changing, and I started feeling it, and I'm intuitive, and I was picking up on shit, and he was like, seeing certain people who I'd asked him not to, because like, they were in the bikini picture stack, and he was just like, these are my friends, like, and he had his mum's shoulder to cry on, and apparently from that moment he's actually told me on this trip that that's when his mum changed her opinion of me. And I was like, but you didn't give me the grace and tell me the personality that you were, in order for me to actually make my own decisions, and oh my god. So yeah, I got the blame for that as well, and it was my fault that I reacted in the way I did, not the fact that he had lied to me for an entire year about who he was and how he wanted his friendship to go, because he would go out to dinners with his friends who were girls, and like go out to restaurants and stuff with his friends who were girls, and like, that was super triggering for me, because he used to do that with the person he like cheated on me with. So I was just like, if you want to continue with me, you can't do that anymore. Like, I'm not going out here with mine, because most of my gentlemen mates, like, I can't do that. Like, I can't, like, they'll get mixed messages, and like, because I have a very intense energy, and I'm aware of that, and so I've never really had too many girlfriends, and I've never had too many guy friends. I've had majority guy friends my whole life, but yeah, I've had to, now that I'm up here, like, I'm realizing, it's just how it is. My energy is intense. And that's another thing, like, I'm opening up so much that, like, me just walking to the pub threw me off so much, like, because I was not shielding myself at the moment, I was just rising up, I need to do the grounding and shielding the Taurus field because I'm feeling fucking everything and it's a bit much. There's all different type of characters here, you know. I'm no judgment. I'm being in my dark self, in my shadow, in my drinking days, you know. And that's what the gentleman asked me because the gentleman down there, he asked me if I wanted to just pop over for a beer. I was like, mate, I don't drink anymore. Hey, I used to binge drink when I was in my teens. I started drinking, like, you know, I tasted alcohol twice in primary school. It was my 12th birthday. We drinking cruises in the tent, and that was because one of my aunties, when she was young, like 15, you know, in her rebel era, she got cruises in from my like 11th, 12th birthday, and we all had fucking cruises. And then again, when I was in year 7, this one was naughty. I don't know if I should be saying this, but anyway, the primary school I was at let us stay in the. I really shouldn't say this. Anyway, fuck it. The primary school let us stay in the teacher's staff room, right? Because we were the good ones. Yeah, and we were, I don't know what we were doing. Everyone was having an assembly, and we just fucking grabbed the wine out there. I don't remember if I grabbed it. I was just like, oh man, I was an instigator for some shit when I was a kid. Like, that's what I mean. I was like, because you know, by that time I was kind of like suicidal and stuff. Like, I didn't know true depression. Like, I thought I'd experienced depression, like the deep restless sleeping all day, but I didn't experience that until the sexual energy exchange with my ex. But you know, I'd experienced like suicidal thoughts and what's it called, anxiety and spouts of depression when it comes to like the eating disorder and wanting to commit. Oh my god, this whole thing's fucking sticky, needs to come off. Yeah. And so like this place started getting messy, and you know, he started asking like if I can clean it because he doesn't want the landlady to think, you know, we live like slobs. And I was just like, you know, you could help. I didn't vocalize that because I was just so I was internalizing everything, internalizing rage, everything, until like it fucking just all came out because he kept making it this process about him. And we went to go see like this moon staircase thing, and you know, I also told him, don't ask me any questions in public because I'm being my authentic self, and if you don't want to know the answer, like I would suggest you wait until we're not in public. No, he asked a question, like where am I at in my head, and like I just said, you know, this is where I'm at. I don't see this, like this isn't for me, you know. I was beautiful about, like, you know, as beautiful as someone can be to, like, I guess, when you break up with someone. And it was in front of everyone, and he was like sobbing, and I get it, but it was just like, it made me feel like a dickhead. Like, it made me feel really like, and it reminded me about the first time that he when he told me about the affair, we went to Mullaloo Beach, and I was wearing his clothes at the time, and I was so happy, I didn't know why I was there, and then he told me, and I just like started screaming at him. I didn't care who was around, I was screaming at him. I like was ripping off my t-shirt that was his, and I threw it at him, and I was like, I don't want anything of yours, like just fuck off. And then like, so he was crying and stuff, and then he looked at me. I was like, does this mean you're breaking up with me? And I was like, fuck yes. And then he just like went into full, like almost a tantrum mode, and like almost like was gonna go like yeet himself into the ocean, and I probably should have let him to have like a Vegas nerve because he wouldn't have killed himself. But I had to just compartmentalize my pain, and that's when I shut down. And I'm realizing, because that's the beach was a trigger for me, and he just wasn't being safe, and like he had the keys, and I'm like, give me the fucking keys, you're not driving. And like he was a bit shitty about that, but I was like, no, you're not driving in this state, like fuck you, give me the keys. And then he wanted to stay in the car and watch it from the car, but then he was sobbing in the car and everyone was looking, and I was just like, oh great, like I just way to make me feel even more like a cunt, right? And like I get it, you have to process it, but why do that in public to me? Like I have been so respectful the entire time, and like just coming to grips with my own like pain, I guess. And yeah, so that happened. So I drove home, and he was just like, I had to really compartmentalize because I was just like, I was fucking feeling it, all these feelings were coming up, and he just kept making it about him and was asking, why are you so cold, you know, why are you doing this to me? And you know, I don't believe it, this is not real, this is not happening. And I fucking screamed, like I don't know where I was, on what road it was at, like I just remember like I started shaking, and I just turned to him and I was like, for once it's not fucking about you. And I just was like, fuck you, fuck what you did, you fucking did this. And I just went fucking, I've never screamed like that in my life, except the next time when all the purges coming out from infantry, like that was intense, because that brought up sexual assault from when I was a baby, which was fucking full on a nightmare when I was a kid at 6 years old. And 6 years old don't watch porn. So basically at 6 years old I had like this nightmare where if this is too much, click off. Like I'm not changing who I am anymore, like I'm speaking my authentic truth. So whatever, if you don't like it, please, thank you respectively, like just click off. So I was an infant. Well, I didn't know, at 6 years old I had this nightmare. I was laying on the ground and I was in a straitjacket. I couldn't scream, I couldn't vocalize, I couldn't do anything, and I had this woman standing over the top of me, and she was she was, you know, doing that to me, and I couldn't scream, I couldn't cry, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I just felt like helpless, like what the fuck. And it came through when I was doing this purge. That was the moment where my sexual trauma had seeded, and that carried and followed me through. Then, you know, getting approached by older men my entire life, because I've always sort of looked older, or now younger, and it's really shown me like people get anyway. Oh fuck, anyway, sorry, like I'm just processing a lot, because I did my cards last night, this beautiful animal deck. I was like, please help me, please, I need some guidance. And it came up with a spider, and the spider was beautiful, got sacred geometry and stuff, but it was saying that there's stickiness in the web. And it's funny because I was washing my dishes in the fucking bathroom, and this gum got stuck to me, and it was just like the web, and it was like, something's here. And I noticed that before I left, he had a pack of them, and he's done a cyber degree, he's worked for Canberra and stuff, and like he gave me this tracker, for me to like have and use on my phone and stuff. And now I'm kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe that's what it's talking about. I should just yeet that. I tried putting it in water, like a glass of water, and it still works. It still fucking works. So I don't know. I think I'm just feeling a bit heightened. But yeah, in I don't fucking know. I just want to put the time. I just want to get rid of it. I just feel so like I'm looking at this stuff and it just needs to fucking go. And even when it came to that energy clearing with the oh my god, with the energy clearing with the smoke and burning the shit. Even though it felt lighter, it was just like there's still something there. Yeah. I know I need to get rid of this tracker. Because it's never really worked on my phone. Like, it always pops up with like this notification where it's like, the linking process is good. I'm like, there's no fucking point to have it, in my opinion. Like, I need to fucking track my shit. I've always been fine. And no matter anything I've always lost, it's always come back to me. I've never, like, even, I was once like in a taxi and he tried getting inside because we were really, really drunk and blacked out. And he tried getting inside. My stepdad was like, what the fuck are you doing? And like literally kicked him out. And I had gave it because he wouldn't let us leave, or he wouldn't leave us alone because we didn't have money at the time because we'd come back from the strip club. And we, yeah, me and my brother's girlfriend. And because yeah, I was just in my shadow self and I was doing whatever the fuck I wanted. This is when because unfortunately I've been through SARC, so this was before the massage course, before I was in that dark night of the soul shadow. And yeah, so I went to the strip club. It was fucking fun. Like, we just danced, and you know, the ladies loved it because obviously we're not men and we're not like thing with it. But apparently we booked a room and we blacked out, so we don't know what the fuck happened. So oops, don't know what happened there. But anyway, this taxi guy takes us back home. Dickhead me, thinking I've got money. I'm like, yeah, I've got so much money. No. And then we get home and I give him my phone as like, I don't know, like, here, have this. I'm gonna go inside and go get the money. I've got money in my thing. Just let me. Here's my phone. Here's my phone. That's the only thing I remember. And I sort of blacked out again. And I came back in the house. Well, like, I came back in the house. And when Dad was telling this guy off, my stepdad, but I call him Dad. So he's telling this guy off, like, fuck you, you're a taxi driver. You're meant to keep these women safe, and you're trying to get inside. Like, nah. And no one knew that at the time. He still had my phone and my brother's girlfriend's phone. So yeah, he takes off with both of our phones. And so like, it's gone for like 2 weeks. And I just call it back to me and stuff, you know. And all of a sudden, my mum gets this phone call, and it's like this beautiful woke gentleman, like he's like in his 40s and stuff, and he was literally walking down like Mirrabooka Ave, and the taxi driver must have yeeted it out his fucking window, because apparently this guy, he found it like underneath this bush when he went for his morning walk, and like just it was flat, so he needed to charge it up, and once it was charged, he was able to like call and like you know. So what, 2 weeks later, that's what I mean, like that's happened my entire life with anything I've ever had. Like, that belongs to me truly. If it belongs to me truly, it always finds its way back to me, and I never get like cautious or scared. Like, it just always has. And yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, I don't know, but anyway, when it comes to this fucking tracker, I need to go. I don't know. One of my mates, who's also in cyber and stuff, was like, he probably definitely is tracking you. You need to put it in like a bag, someone else's bag. And I'm like, I don't want to do that, because what if he actually tracks them and like stalks them? It's weird. I'll be putting someone else's life for well-being at danger, you know. So I kind of want to either go to the ocean, yeet it in the ocean, or smash it with a hammer. I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to smash it here because I don't want to ping that the last place where I was here. And Nervous, he already kind of knows where I live or where I'm at, because I told the guy that I was staying at that I don't want him to know. Like, I don't want him to know where I'm at. I don't need that, you know. Because my ex now, he was expecting me to go back to Perth and that we could start a friendship again. And I was just like, you were fucking dreaming. I'm never coming back to Perth at this point. I know I will have my whole car there. That's another thing. I don't have my car here, so I can't just like go for a drive and throw it out, you know, fucking somewhere. Oh, fuck me, I don't know what to do. If anyone has like cyber tips, because I'm not tech savvy. Like, I have to like I backline basic shit. Like, I prefer, if I could get like a 3G fucking Nokia brick phone with the snake fucking thing, like my old school phone I used to have when I was in primary school, I would rather have that than this shit. I'd rather have camera to record my shit and fucking brick phone, like, you know, those typical dealer phones with just basic shit. I do not care. I do not give a shit about all this tech stuff. So this is it, and it still fucking works. But, you know, I don't know how to do it. Yeah. See, I fucking had it in a cup of water. I don't know what these things do and shit. I don't even know if it can track me. Like, he said he set it up on my phone, but I don't really know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to fucking believe anymore. I don't really like I don't know what to do. So yeah, it's still got his grandmother's ring that he fucking snuck into my shit. Like I said, I'm thinking about going to Cashies and getting some money because I don't fucking have it. It's his fucking fault, and if he wants to go get it, I'll tell him it's at Cashies. I needed money, so. And I had to put my protection stone in it last night because I was just getting so much like bad vibes from it. And yeah, so. Yeah, anyway, so that's that. I might leave the comment section open just for advice if anyone has any advice on what to do with it. I don't know what the fuck to do with it. Like, And yeah, this morning was really cool. This morning was really cool. I woke up at 5:30 with really heightened Kundalini energy. It's still there, but I'm integrating it more. And my Reiki Master was saying, open yourself up to it, let it come in. I don't even know how to talk about this yet. I just need to go back to bed. Oh my god, I'm probably just going back to bed. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling something. So I'm gonna just go like process because I think I don't know what's happening. I want to cry. I'm probably just gonna go cry.